old show. This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
There's just one place to get our lowest payment on the new 2025 Acura Integra. $289 a month. It's the Season of Performance event at Acura of Pembroke Pines. #1 in the USA.
When presenting an award to an employee, athlete, executive, or fantasy GM, make sure you call Orvieto's Awards and More. For 35 years, these custom award specialists have been providing plaques, trophies, custom framing, while providing state-of-the-art laser and computerized engraving, UV printing, and glass crystal etching. They do all their engraving and printing in-house for quality control. Call Charles at 305-949-8098 or visit them at orvietosawards.com. Orvieto's Awards and More, where recognition is rewarding.
For over 16 years, EJDconstruction.com has provided South Florida residents quality craftsmanship, accurate project management, and exceptional service. That's why EJDconstruction.com is an A-rated member of Angie's List and the Better Business Bureau. When you're looking for the right custom home builder for additions or home remodeling, please call my friend Eric at 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
So here we are. I wanted to show you the backyard again because we had some trouble last time, but you know, cuttersedgepro.com does some amazing stuff, and they're the boys and the girl. They're having fun. There we go. Right, Maiden? Right, Bono? There we go. They're having fun. I'm having fun. Look at our Sylvester palm. It is beautiful. We got another one in the front yard like that. You can take your home and landscaping to the next level. And the artificial turf, look at that. Look at that. The two dinosaurs going at it, huh? Look at that. Gotta love the dinosaurs. Look at them. They like to bite each other's legs. That's what they do. They play with each other and then they bite each other and they piss each other off. It's fun. One is Bono, which is the one farther away from you, and Maiden. She's the girl right here. She's a badass. That's for sure. So anyway, see the flowers are coming out. Very nice. cuttersedgepro.com, folks. This big tree there will start budding that I'm showing you there soon. It'll have all kinds of flowers. I'll post another video and I'll show it to you. This is a backyard where everybody gets to hang out. Over there in that corner there, I put the barbecue and cook. So that way it's the farthest away from the house, you know. If I light myself on fire or somebody else, we're out in the corner away from everybody. There you go. So you can get some flowers coming out, which is a beautiful thing. And I swear by this artificial turf, it always looks phenomenal. I don't have to cut it. I don't have to water it. And so I'm saving a lot of money, hundreds and thousands in the long run, because I'm not watering or, of course, cutting the grass. And you know, here in South Florida, we cut the grass like every 10 to 14 days.
The lost city of Atlantis reveals its secrets at Toyota of Hollywood. Get legendary deals on over 2,000 Toyotas, like a 2024 Corolla. Not $24,000, $20,988. Unlock the wonders of 0% financing for 5 full years, 0 down. Rediscover Atlantis at Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood Boulevard and Sheridan Street. Open till midnight.
I think I know what this is. Houston, we have a package. Hello?
No matter where you are, the Sloman Shield Home Security System guards your home. With next-gen perimeter protection, 24/7 monitoring, and interior motion sensing. And right now, get a free Sloman Shield security system and doorbell camera, all professionally installed, for free.
Shield your world, the Sloman Shield.
After 40 years, the Big Cheese Miami is still producing great Italian food. They started in 1984. Since then, they've been winning awards while being voted the best inexpensive Italian restaurant in Miami. Visit them for great food, amazing service. Witness the decades of Cane's memories. The walls are like a Miami Hurricanes Hall of Fame. The Big Cheese delivers anything on its menu or party platter menu to your home, office, or even a park for a picnic. Located at 8080 Southwest 67th Avenue, Miami. Call 305-662-6855. TheBigCheeseMiami.com, where they serve large portions at family prices. Welton Rayom has more than 62 years of litigation experience handling insurance disputes. They're committed to resolving even the toughest insurance claims quickly. Call them for a free consultation. 954-966-4646. At Welton Rayom, they don't get paid unless you win. Property damage claims to your home, business, or condo as a result of a hurricane. Welton Rayom can help. Water, mold, fire, smoke damage, Welton Rayom can help. Call 954-966-4646.
Welcome to Caneswear. New store, new items, same great experience. Family owned and operated since 2010, Caneswear has the latest merchandise from the Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Florida Panthers, InterMiami CF, and more. Come visit us at our store in Davie on University Drive, just south of 595, or online at caneswear.com. Caneswear, the spot Miami fans shop.
There's just one place to get our lowest payment on the new 2024 Acura ZDX, $299 a month. It's the Season of Performance event at Acura of Pembroke Pines, #1 in the USA.
If you're looking to take your home or business to the next level, then RM Contractors and Custom Drywall can assist you. RM specializes in new residential turnkey, new commercial turnkey, home and office remodeling. Call them for free estimates. Serving all of South Florida, licensed and insured. Call Ray or Mike, 305-345-3649. You work hard to create the perfect atmosphere. You dream it, we'll build it. RM Contractors and Custom Drywall, 305-345-3649. Or Instagram at RMC Fisher Island.
The viewpoint statements or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of FantasyXS.com, Media Group Inc. ownership, management, sponsors, or website. When it comes to South Florida sports teams, very few in the media have witnessed, lived, and covered it like the Big O. Let's start the program dedicated to your favorite South Florida teams with a passion that's unmatched. The Big O Radio Show is on. Here's the Big O.
All righty, welcome aboard. It's not Thursday, it's Wednesday. That's right, because tomorrow is Thanksgiving. You know, that's how we say it in Hialeah. We say Thanksgiving. Hey, ¿qué hiciste en Thanksgiving? ¿Qué comiste en Thanksgiving? ¿Cómo te fue en Thanksgiving? You know, that's kind of how we do it when we're here. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, normally we would be here on Thursdays, but Thursday is Thanksgiving. And so, gobble, 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 we are here the day before. We will be on tomorrow because we are tireless workers for you. And we'll be on for the pre and post game show, and we'll see if the Dolphins can get it done. It's an 8:15 start, right? So 6:15 is the pregame, I would imagine, right? Whatever, 2 hours before. If it's 8:20, then it's 6:20. You do the math, whatever it says there. But we'll be on. Just hit the notification bell, all of that. I don't know if it'll tell you that Bitcoin's climbing back up to 97,000. Told you, free dips. Free dips, free pickups. That's how this game is played as you climb the mountain. Anyway, so lots of stuff to talk about here on the show. And we will have, by the way, David Furones. So he'll give us a wrap-up of the coverage this week, a very short week. Dolphins tomorrow will be in action, so we'll talk to Furones there, and we'll talk to Furones tomorrow night in the postgame show. God, I pray for a happy postgame show. I pray for a happy postgame show, and it's the thing that we all need, right? And one of the things that we've been able to commiserate and talk about and air our frustrations is, and for some of you out there, you lie to yourselves. Like, here's a Dolphin fan that follows me on Twitter, and he goes, well, we're not in the past anymore, because we were talking about how, the theme over the last couple of days, how, the Dolphins and Tua, they don't play in they don't play in cold weather. Yeah, dude, that's not a Dolphins thing. That's not a Tua thing. It's a Dolphins thing that's been going on for 35 years, easily. Dolphins have been terrible in big games and big moments. We've talked about that, right? And so here's this guy that follows me. Nice guy, I'm sure. Play Action 7. He says, well, we're not in the past anymore. Fins up. And I said, well, my brother, it's about habits. And I guess he didn't watch both Buffalo losses this year. And then I told him losses to the Cards, Titans, Hawks, and Colts, which put the season in the balance, right? Pretty much. And so it's funny how people will even lie to themselves. And that's how bad it's been for us for 35 years, that some of you will want to lie to yourself about what our team has been. That's why tomorrow night, man, do we need a win. Holy shit, do we need a win. Because you have no confidence going into these things. Those of you that try to manufacture it, you're just lying to yourselves. That's all you do. I mean, it's 35 years of 95, 98% of the time losing every big game, every big moment, thoroughly being embarrassed on a consistent basis. It didn't matter if it was the end of the Shula run, if it was Jimmy Johnson, if it was Wanstead, if it was Philbin, if it was Gase, or if it's Mike McDaniel right now, or Brian Flores before that, or anybody else that I might have left out. Okay? It doesn't matter. Every one of them is tied to embarrassments. The back end of the Shula run was disastrous, dude. He couldn't build a team, all of that stuff. So let's not lie to ourselves. And you people, some of you that lie to yourselves, it's because you don't want to live in reality. And that's why, man, do we need a win. It's not going to solve all the issues, but Jesus, it might at least ease the pain a little bit. It might maybe start to build something, because you got to start somewhere. You got to start somewhere. This week we took on the job of building the Christmas tree in the house. And we kind of did, we didn't start it off the right way. And everybody disappeared because they were frustrated a little bit with how it was coming out. And I said, you know what? If we're going to do it, we're going to do it right. And I stripped the tree from what we had started. They all came back. They were freaking out. And I said, relax. Let's let's build this foundation from the first brick the right way. And then let's see. And we did. And then by the end of last night, tree looks fantastic. We're not done yet, but it does look fantastic right now. I'm proud of my family. We did a damn good job with the tree, I gotta say. It is daytime right now. Right? So happy with the idea. So I kind of like I bring it into this and I kind of weave into the same thing. We need to start building this brick house. And we need this badly because it's not about just beating Green Bay. It's about trying to do the impossible, which would then ignite something possible. Because even if you can come back and win, and even I'm talking about come back and win all these games and get into the playoffs, that would start to build something for you. You know what I'm saying? Because of the way you're playing football now, you've adjusted to the way you were playing earlier, all of these things. But you got to win. And you got to follow it with other wins. And it's got to be meaningful. And if you can end it with a win in the playoffs, just one. That's the brick you need, man. You know, we watched the Panthers, I know, are in a little funk right now, but they've been working so hard the last couple of years to get to the pinnacle. Kind of wears you down. So to me, I'm not even worried about the Panthers whatsoever. They're pros and all, but how have they gotten here to this point? They've earned it brick by brick by brick. They used to be that just like the Dolphins, dude. They used to get to the playoffs and get spanked. Outside of the fluky run that we had when, it was a few years out of the expansion years, outside of that, the Panthers were an embarrassment every time, weren't they? Every time they go to the playoffs, they were an embarrassment. They get spanked in the first round and sent home. And then,
to be honest, I don't even remember any of the. So yeah, they got spanked and sent home because
right.
I don't remember any other than the Stanley Cup that we went to way back when.
Right. And even when they had the best record in the league, they were still soft and they still weren't good enough. And they got taught a lesson in the playoffs. And we were like, yeah, not enough. And then they started to beat Tampa. They started to beat Boston. They started to beat them on a regular basis. They started to get the best of them. And then they started to have that kind of success in the postseason. And then here we are. It's not necessarily about winning a championship, which I hope you can do that, but it is a toughness factor. It is a consistency factor. It is a confident factor. A lot of you didn't live it, okay? A lot of you didn't experience it. You have no idea what it's like walking into the Orange Bowl, dude. Okay? You walked into the Orange Bowl like you were a stud because you knew your team was going to be the best team on the field 95% of the time. It was a great feeling to have. You knew the coach, the organization, the players, they had their shit together, bro. And if a backup had to play, that backup had their shit together. We need that. We don't have that. You don't have that going into the game tomorrow. You can lie to yourself. You can lie to yourself on the plane ride to Green Bay. You can lie to yourself on the car ride to the sports bar. You can lie to yourself in the living room when you're watching it. You can lie to yourself if you're on the flagship station because you work for the team. All of those things. You can do all of that if you want to lie to yourself. Go ahead and lie to yourself. But the reality is we don't have real confidence that they can win the game tomorrow. And the real deal is Green Bay's a better team. And they're home. And it's a short week. And you're on the road. And all that crap. So until they start doing this on a consistent basis, that they can win these kind of games more often than they lose them, not just win once in a blue moon. Bad teams win these games once in a blue moon. The good teams win these games more than they lose them. And that's what we want to get to. But you got to start with that foundation. And tomorrow is the foundational situation for you. It's a place where you can start. Haven't done shit, but you can start. I told you they're not going to fire them. So I'm fine with the front office, as you know. I know we disagree on that for some of you out there, but they're not going to fire the coach. As much as I'm not a fan of the coach, and I don't go into tomorrow's game thinking they're going to win tomorrow because of the coach mainly. Okay? But if you're ever going to change, that narrative crap that they're talking about, this narrative stuff has been going on for 35 years. These guys aren't changing the narrative in this season at all. It's going to take you a couple of seasons and success in the playoffs for a couple of seasons in order to change that narrative. Fans, fanatics, they flip the switch and act like they're, super confident. They do that all the time. Come on. Deep down inside, you have no confidence going into all of this. So let's see if they can start with that first brick tomorrow. Okay? To start. That's all we're looking for. Just to start to change it. Ty in the Bronx. Thank you, my brother. Mace Taggart. It's really Ty in the Bronx, but thank you, Mace. I appreciate you. Happy Thanksgiving to Big O and Sean. Big O, you never lied. Icon. Thank you, sir. Very nice. Too kind, but I appreciate you. Thank you for the super chats. And remember, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show. Cash App or Venmo, and you can make a Bitcoin or Ethereum donation. And you can also make a donation through PayPal, which you can also use the QR code there. For Cash App and Venmo, it's Cash Big O Show. That's Cash Big O Show, or the QR codes there. And we say that because we get 100% of the donation there, okay? The Super Chats, we get 70. Stinking YouTube, taking 30. By the way, the big cheese, the holiday platters, we've got Turkey Day right around the corner. You want to treat your employees to holiday platters this holiday season coming up next month. Pickup or delivery to your home or office. Call them 305-662-6855. All of their dishes are available with meat sauce, tomato sauce, Alfredo sauce, or pink sauce. And every single dish there can become a party platter for you. So call the Big Cheese. Go to bigcheesemiami.com. Check it out. Maybe you want lasagna for everybody, baked ziti, some pies, all kinds of appetizers, fried mozzarella, you name it. They've got it, man. Chicken fingers, just in case if some of the kids are there or whatever. Call bigcheesemiami.com. Tell them that Big O sent you. They will take care of you, man. Pickup or delivery to your home or office. 305-662-6855. A ride. Yeah, Jamesville Bitcoin is pumping again, my brother. Of course it's going to pump, man. 96,915. We're about to cross 97,000 right here on the show. From 91 back to 97. Like who didn't figure that shit out? I keep reminding people, it doesn't matter where it goes. I keep reminding people, you want to make easy money? Okay? Here's easy money for you. And I'm not a financial advisor, but Jesus Christ, dude. It's handed to you. Okay? What is it? The Vancouver just came out. Oh, we need to do a Bitcoin reserve. Brazil came out. Oh, no, we need to do a Bitcoin reserve. Like, everybody's now wants now that the U.S. is going to do it, everybody now wants to get on board and do it even before Trump and company do it. Things are going to explode, dude. It's going to be explode. I know. Hey, when it was 16,000, they didn't believe me it would go to 100. So why are you going to believe me? It's going to go to 250 by June. Why are you going to believe me? It'll be 1.5 million by 2030. Just wait till it happens and then say, oh, I could have done it. That's all. Just like at 16 or 26, you could have been at 16 or 26, and here you are at 97. You know? It's all good in the hood, as they say. I had to buy a bottle of water. They didn't have Fiji, so I had to get smart water. Telling you, bro, sucks. I'm a little disappointed with that. Anyway, I ran out of Fiji at home. I didn't have any Fiji at home. My wife is going to go get Fiji today, so I didn't have any Fiji. And then when I went to, I go, oh, I'll stop right around over there by Hialeah Park. I'll stop at a convenient. They'll have Fiji. Freaking idiot I am. Anyway, Jeff in Long Island, thank you, sir. Happy Thanksgiving to you. Robert T, Sam I am. Willie Molina out in Colombia. Happy Thanksgiving to you, sir. Joseph, same to you. True Finn fan. Daniel Jones, that's an interesting one. You know, Daniel Jones just got picked up by the Vikings, and I had an interesting conversation with people on Twitter on this one. I think Daniel Jones is a starting quarterback next year for the Minnesota Vikings. The Minnesota Vikings, I believe, Sean, are 8-2, I want to say. Something like that. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty close to that. Kevin O'Connell has proven to be a hell of a coach, quarterbacks coach, too. And he's had to coach several quarterbacks. Sam Darnold's having a career year. Sam Darnold's on a one-year deal. He's done after this season. He's not signed through next year. I think they're going to let him go because they've got the J.J. McCarthy kid. But do you hand a ready playoff team that can challenge with a good defense to a rookie? This guy's a quarterback. This guy's like a real, we thought we had the quarterback guru. We don't. We have a play designer that the quarterback we have is a guru when it comes to throwing, so he makes him look good. But Kevin O'Connell literally is a quarterback guru. I think he thinks that he can make Daniel Jones, with all the weapons he has on that team, run the offense. Because he didn't have the running game. He didn't have Justin Jefferson. He didn't have the tight ends. He didn't have the offensive line. They have one of the best left tackles in football. He didn't have those things with the Giants. I was trying to tell people, this was a couple of hours ago on Twitter, and I know, J.J. McCarthy, bro, that's a rookie. This team is ready to compete right now. You don't even know what J.J. McCarthy is. It's dangerous to hand this off to him. So I think he thinks he can make Daniel Jones a player. Daniel Jones didn't sign thinking that Sam Darnold's going to come back and also deal with J.J. McCarthy. That would make no sense for him. So there must be something that they know that Sam Darnold's not coming back. And that also tells me, Kevin O'Connell says, yeah, Sam Darnold's done a good job, but deep down inside, he still thinks Sam Darnold's inside of Sam Darnold.
Well, also, with the season Sam Darnold's putting up, he's not playing for peanuts next year.
Right. And so you got Daniel Jones on the cheap.
Yep.
And by the way, he's on the practice squad, which you're not even using a roster spot. And for those of you think, you can poach him. You could turn it down from the practice squad. You don't have to go anywhere. Somebody can want to claim you, and you can say, "Nah, I don't want to go." So he's locked in there. Something's going on in there.
Yeah, and the other part is you're in the NFC North. You got the Lions at 10-1. The Vikings are 9-2.
9-2.
The Packers are 8-3.
Right. You can't.
And then you got the Bears, but I mean,
all of a sudden you're gonna hand the team off to J.J. McCarthy. Come on, dude. Like some people on Twitter, it's like, do you? It makes no sense. By the way, not only is he a rookie, he's a rookie coming back from a knee injury. And how much meniscus did he lose on that knee? Oh, and that's the other thing about O'Connell. Another thing that I noticed, because he's done it with some of his other quarterbacks that he's had there in a short time. He likes the guys that can run around. He likes athleticism. I don't think I look at J.J. McCarthy as Mr. Athletic. But yet Daniel Jones is athletic as a mofo. So I'm just wondering what's there.
And then the other side of the whole thing, too, is as you're talking about J.J. McCarthy with injury, the Vikings know more than anybody else with that, you know what I'm saying? So maybe they know that, okay, McCarthy might not be the answer, although they did put a first-round pick on him.
Yeah, but that happens.
No, I mean.
And again, you're 9-2 right now. You're a competitive-ass team right now. You can't hand this team off just to a rookie. I think Daniel Jones is your starter next year. Their starter next year is what I mean.
And you said it too with I know Daniel Jones, he wanted to go to a team where the coaches knew how to work, where the quarterback can get the most out of players. And so, you know,
Kevin O'Connell
that's
is
exactly where he's gone as far as for the quarterback position.
Exactly. He's going to play next year. He's going to be the starter next year. That's what I think. Okay.
And they don't ask the quarterback to do a whole lot.
No,
I mean, you know, if you watch their games, it's not like, you know, I mean, I know Darnold with his stats this year looks like he's, you know, holding them on the, you know, with some of his stats, but it's not that they ask him to do a whole lot. He's just making the plays that they're asking him to make, and you're seeing what the
dude. That's all I ever ask for like what I said for the Dolphins. Build a line for Tua, get the running game going, get him the tight end, and he'll take care of the rest, bro. But you have to have the foundation of it, like every quarterback needs the foundation of it. Marino didn't have the foundation, and yes, he killed himself throwing it all over the place, and he didn't win shit because he didn't have the defense and he didn't have the running game. And you can be special, but that can only get you so far, dude. You still have to have everything else. And he will have everything he needs in Minnesota to compete. And that's why, to me, what I saw right now happen was they have decided that at the end of the year, Sam Darnold is off to somewhere else to get big money. And they're going to use Daniel Jones. They're going to revamp his career. And he's going to be the starter next year. And J.J. McCarthy will back him up because – or they'll have an open competition with McCarthy and him, and Daniel Jones will beat him out or something like that. That's kind of what will happen. You know, they'll play out the whole thing, and I'm sure Daniel Jones, with the right coaching and all that talent, probably beats the kid out, and then the rest is history. And then we'll see if he's any good. Finally, we'll find out. Okay, because now he won't have any of those excuses that they're all built in. With the Giants, it was an absolute disaster there. It's hard for anybody to succeed in that situation. And I'm not a Daniel Jones guy. I'm not a Sam Darnold guy. And by the way, I'm not a J.J. McCarthy guy. I'm on record for that, okay? I'm just telling you what I think they're thinking and they're doing. But I will say this. Kevin O'Connell got more out of Sam Darnold than I ever expected anybody could do. That guy's a stud. O'Connell, that is. So if he could do that, maybe he can make Daniel Jones a half-decent quarterback. I have no idea. But that's what's going to happen. Let's see. Joseph, True Fin fan. What else? Omar Geiner. Thank you, sir. Happy Thanksgiving to you. Mark Gallagher. Ray Sosa. Doug Williams. We need that one breakout game. Amen. As a franchise, it's not just one player or one side of the defense or offense or no, dude, as a team, as a franchise, for a fan base, we need to start getting that ball rolling, you know, the other way. Rosendo, happy Thanksgiving to all, being thankful for the blessings of good friends, family, and good health that has been bestowed on my life. Amen to that, sir. Big Johnson, may skip the turkey. It's going to be a late night. Oh, I ain't skipping no turkey, bro. I freaking love turkey. And the old bag, my mother-in-law, okay, I love her. She does a great turkey, bro. Juicy. It's not dry. Oh, fantastic. I love turkey. I'm not I'm not one of those people that's anti-turkey. Okay, I will eat turkey sandwiches throughout the year. I'm that guy. And when we used to have like the real Boston market, you did it too? Turkey? Not just meatloaf or the chicken.
No, I did the turkey, the mashed potatoes, the whole 9 yards.
I don't know about you guys, but when Boston Market had their shit going,
macaroni and cheese.
Okay, but I'm just saying, yeah, definitely. But I'm just saying, when they had their shit going, I would get a turkey sandwich there happily. I was so sad that place went to crap. Really, I used to love Boston Market, man. It just didn't feel like I was eating fast food. That's what it felt like. That's what it used to feel like with Boston Market. You weren't eating fast food. So I'm not the anti-turkey guy. I freaking love turkey. Turkey's healthy. It's really good for you. Yeah, if somebody makes it really dry, that kind of sucks. I kind of get it, but the old lady makes a great turkey, dude. I love it. Look forward to it.
Some notes from the Packers. Wide receiver Romeo Doubs, concussion. Cornerback Jair Alexander, knee, ruled out versus the Dolphins. Those are the big names, I guess. There's others, but those are the
right. They still have enough to beat us. So let's see if the boys can get it done. Brian Radke, thank you, sir. Man of 1,005 holds. Appreciate you. Chris Duquette. Does Tua become a frozen fish tomorrow? And should I play him in fantasy? I don't know what your options are. That's kind of a open question, dude. You don't have all the information. I've taken the Finns hopium once again. There we go. Terry Lynch, we're not that good, and the world will see it tomorrow. God, I hope not. Randy Gonzalez is in. Jamesville. Larry Greya. Winning the big games has been hard for decades. I remember the Dolphins being in the AFC Championship game at home with Shula and Marino against the Bills. We still lost. I was devastated. Yep. Terry Lynch hit that thumbs up. George Fernandez. Thank you, sir. Let's see. Did you know the average American consumes 3,600 calories each day, but on Thanksgiving it's 4,500? Well, I'm trying to consume less than 3,600 a day, bro. I am trying big time. I need to lose 30 more pounds. I need to get down to the low 200s. So that's my next goal now. So I'm sticking to my 2 meals a day and trying to keep it in a tight window. Like I just had right now a little Chick-fil-A, no bread, just lettuce and tomatoes. I get what I do is I get the lettuce wrap tomato sandwich. So they give you the chicken and then wrapped in lettuce and tomatoes. And then it comes in like a little paper. So like you can eat it like a sandwich. And then I eliminate the bread, which, you know what I'm saying? No fries. All these little things that you start to eliminate, and before you know it, you start to shed some pounds. Little by little, I can breathe again. Let's see, George Fernandez, Oscar Rojas, Big Johnson. Let's see, Sam I Am. When Trump does it, it's going to be Carly Simon-esque. Nobody will do it better. The reserve, well, if they're going to buy 200,000 Bitcoin a year, if they follow Senator Loomis's plan, it'll be awesome. It'll be awesome. It'll be awesome for the country. It'll be smart to have a Bitcoin reserve, like gold and oil and those kind of things. I didn't know we had a cheese reserve. Seriously, we have cheese in reserve. Like, why? What do we need cheese in reserve?
I'm sure it's very fine cheese.
Anyway, so yeah, I had no idea we had reserves of cheese. I don't know. It's just that's kind of weird. It's an odd thing. Can you please sing the Adam Sandler Thanksgiving song for us? Oh God,
You can do it.
Yeah, I know. I don't know the words.
What?
That's a problem.
Turkey for me.
Yeah, I
Turkey
need
for you.
Yeah. But that might be where I stop. You know, I might need the words for that in.
I got it right here for you. I got it I'm ready to go.
You-
I'm ready to go. I got it right here for you. Dave Ferron's ready.
All right, let's do it. Let's talk a little Miami Dolphins with the one and only David Ferronis and our Welt and Raum Miami Dolphins report.
All rise, football fans, as the Welton Rayon Miami Dolphins report with David Veronis is in session.
Welton Rayon has more than 62 years of litigation experience handling insurance disputes. They are committed to resolving even the toughest insurance claims quickly. Call them for a free consultation. 954-966-4646. Here's Miami Dolphins insider David Veronis.
All righty. There he is. Where are you now? You're in. Are you in Green Bay already? You're in your hotel. Are you in a dark room that you borrowed from Aaron Rodgers? What's the deal?
I am in a little bit of a dark room in my hotel room. Just the way the desk is set up, not the best lighting. I tried to rig a lamp to sort of aim my way a little bit, but I am in a hotel room in Chicago. I'm spending Wednesday night in Chicago, and I'll drive. I got all day tomorrow, so I'll drive to Green Bay in the early afternoon tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Well, how long is that drive, dude, from Chicago to Green Bay? Just out of curiosity.
Well, my rental car is at O'Hare, so since that's already northwest Chicago, then I'm already sort of making some headway there. So from there, I think it actually, I got projections of less than 3 hours. So
that's nothing.
Yeah,
bro.
not bad at all. Right.
Please, that's nothing. 3 hour drive. Eso es jamón, as we say in Spanish. What'd you think of the Daniel Jones move in Minnesota?
Yeah, as far as it relates to the Dolphins, I mean,
no, I don't give a shit about the Dolphins. The Dolphins never were in the mix. It's silly talk. I don't care about that shit. I don't need. I'm not worried about clicks and views, bro. I'm not worried about that bait stuff. I'm telling you, as a football guy, when you look at what they did, because for me, the way I see it, and I don't know if you see it this way, Sam Darnold's going to go get money. They can't pay him. They've got a youngster in J.J. McCarthy. But you've got a team that's 9-2. So you just can't hand that off to a McCarthy that you don't even know what the hell he is anyways. And he's coming off a knee injury, which, by the way, I don't know how much meniscus he lost in that knee injury. So you really don't know. And he's not even tested. So this guy has proven that he's a real quarterback guru. And maybe he thinks he can make Daniel Jones a good player. He's got a line. He's got a running game. He's got a number one wide receiver. He's got tight ends. He's got everything he needs in Minnesota, plus a great coach. I think the Vikings are going to move off from Darnold, and Darnold will go try to find a big contract somewhere because they can't give it to him. And they got Daniel on the cheap. Daniel gets to resurrect his career next year while McCarthy learns. And I think if Daniel Jones is ever really going to become a good quarterback, this is it. By the way, this is coming from a guy that doesn't believe in Sam Darnold, doesn't believe in Daniel Jones, and doesn't believe in J.J. McCarthy, by the way. Okay? I'm just looking at the football side of it, the money of it all, where you got to pay this guy now. You can't really afford to commit to him long term because you have the rookie. Okay, the rookie's not ready yet. This team is ready. Let me use Daniel Jones next year to kind of continue, and then I can keep grooming the kid and bring him along. Do you view it the same way?
I would say in the immediate future, Daniel Jones can become a maybe reliable backup in the event where you do lose Sam Darnold as you're contending this season, and you wouldn't want to you would want to have to go the route of a J.J. McCarthy late in the year for a contending team. Amen. And then you give Daniel Jones a shot on a pretty big stage to go out there and prove himself. So maybe in the immediate future you have that. And then if it does play out that way where Sam Darnold is going to get himself a big contract and the Vikings don't want to pay him all that, and Kevin O'Connell over there believes he could just bring on the next guy, and obviously you spent a high draft pick on McCarthy, and And now you get a Daniel Jones on the sheet. Maybe it's a competition next year where you have a second-year McCarthy and Daniel Jones trying to bring himself back up. So maybe that is your 1-2 next year. If in the event Darnold gets paid elsewhere, then
there's no way, dude. There's no way they're paying Darnold now. There's no way they're paying Darnold. No, you have to commit. Darnold's 28 years old, dude. He's not old. He's 28 years old. That's nothing in quarterback. You're going to have to pay him a big contract long term. They can't make that commitment after drafting McCarthy. They actually found themselves another perfect bridge to get to McCarthy. It's actually really genius on their part. If it works out, of course. If McConnell is that good, bro, he got the most out of what's the name of the kid that has the hair issue. I'm sorry, I forgot the name of that condition. Dobbs or something. Joshua Dobbs. That's an erratic backup. That's maybe a third stringer and a lot of he got the most out of that guy even starting. This guy has proven to us over and over again, whoever quarterbacks for him, he'll find a way to get the most out of him.
Yeah. He's got a tremendous track record there. And then, I also just think of the Jets.
You mean for Sam Darnold?
Drafted Sam Darnold so high. Wasn't he the number 3 pick? With Sam Darnold.
Don't go back there, bro. Don't go back. That's not the place to go.
There's no Jets fans watching your show, right? I don't know.
I got something for you. Nobody's talking about this. But no, seriously, I got something for you. If Brock Purdy continues to have health issues and he is inconsistent, they will tell him, and his agent comes, we want top-of-the-line money, and they want to turn it down. They might turn him down, and then they go back and bring Sam Darnold back. So, and they save themselves money because they won't have to pay Sam Darnold top of the line. Sam Darnold will ask for $30 million, not $50 million. So you pay Sam Darnold $30 million, and you think, okay, I can coach this guy up with all these weapons like I did with Purdy or anybody else. I'm just saying, because Purdy is going to ask you for top of the line money. I'm only saying if Purdy continues any injuries and struggles for the rest of the way this season, that it kind of clouds the offseason, then I can say, if Purdy takes off and goes back to, kicking ass and all that, then then they're going to pay him. They have to pay him. They have no choice. But that's another one that could be like a little bit of a wild card that he can go back there, in the offseason. Outside of that, I wouldn't go to Dallas if I'm him. I wouldn't go to the Jets if I'm him. I would do the same thing. I would try to find some quarterback-friendly type of situation that's got a decent, team that they can take advantage of.
Yeah, and the 49ers would feel justified taking it that way. I mean, if I'm them, I'm thinking, no, I more so made Brock Purdy than Brock Purdy made us. I mean, you took Mr. Irrelevant and turned him into what we know Brock Purdy to be. Now, I don't want to discredit him either, but, I mean, it's a fantastic situation to go into, and credit to him for taking advantage every opportunity, every which way. But at the end of the day, I'm looking at more so Kyle Shanahan, the 49ers, that system that also did so much with Jimmy Garoppolo, got to a Super Bowl with him, got to another NFC championship with him. Then, I mean, Brock Purdy did the same thing, develop him, and you could do the same with another quarterback in that system.
Right. And so since Brock has had a little bit of inconsistencies lately and then injuries, I'm just saying if it continues all the way through the end of the season and they fade out in the playoffs or whatever, I can see them having issues in the negotiations, and they say, hey, you know what? Let's switch gears. Let's bring Darnold back. And we can I've coached him before. He can run our system, that. But if I'm Darnold, if I want to try to continue what I've done here with Kevin Connell, I'm not picking the Jets and the Cowboys. I don't want that situation. Oh my God. I don't know which other one would I pick. What's another situation that might need a quarterback that has a decent team, that if Sam Darnold could go there, it might be an option for him? Go ahead, folks out there watching the show. Tell us. Anyway, let's get to a little Dolphins action. How are they going into this game tomorrow health-wise?
Yeah, honestly, pretty healthy. And, well, obviously, you're not going to have Kendall Fuller for a third straight game. Anthony Walker, after he just left the game on Sunday with the hamstring injury, he's not going to be back on the short turnaround. But the Dolphins did avoid the worst with his hamstring injury. So it seems like he could be someone to watch going forward, maybe the Jets week or even further down the road. But they'll be out. Tyus Bowser popped up as with those two injuries. Was it knee and calf? I'd have to look it up again to be sure. So he had those injuries previously on the injury report, and they weren't, yes, knee and calf, and they were still allowing him to practice full, and he played in Sunday's game, but he has been a DNP all this week, and then now out for this game already. So that became a more grave situation. Teron Armstead, again, a game time decision, so he will be questionable on the short week. I wrote this week how great it was that the Dolphins were able to give him that fourth quarter rest in Sunday's win against the Patriots. You go up 3 scores, they were, 31 nothing actually at the peak of that game, and you're able to sit him the whole fourth quarter. That's kind of like a veteran basketball player on the first night of a back-to-back. I remember big 3 years, like LeBron would get the fourth quarter off so he could play the next night on the second night of a back-to-back. So that's kind of what that felt like when Toronto was able to get that fourth quarter, just sit down. He doesn't have to go back in, let the rookie Patrick Paul get some reps. And then now Armstead, maybe he can make this quick turnaround for Thursday. Also of note with him, he practiced for the first time today. On the injury report, he was a limited participant, and that's his first practice participation in 18 days. He had not even taken part in a practice since the Saturday before the Monday night game against the Rams.
Yeah, he probably want to get a little bit of exercise in before he got the next time he steps on a field. It's really cold, so maybe get those muscles going a little bit before tomorrow. Which is again really cool that injury wise they're pretty good going into this game. What's it called? When you look at the way this team needs to win this game, how would you say what does Miami need to do in order to win this game? What has to be the deciding factor?
Yeah, well, you're playing in the cold, you're playing in these elements. I know from all our conversations, this is going to be music to your ears. You got to run the football. You got to stick with the run. So let Jalen Wright give you a physical presence in the run game too. Work him in with Devon Achane. Let them be some thunder and lightning and shoot. I'm also down for some more Raheem Mostert too. And it's been a few weeks since we really seen him, and I know everyone's down on him because of the fumbles and he hasn't produced as much. But if you could go with a 3-headed monster and really pound the rock and counter what they're probably going to try to do with Josh Jacobs, then yeah, I'd go for it, especially with the way we've seen this offensive line block. And especially if you have Teron Armstead at left tackle, let him do his thing. Aaron Brewer working that outside zone as that athletic center that he is, and the guards, Rob Jones and Liam Eichenberg, the way they've played. I'd like to see all of that. But, of course, you have had Tua with so much success in recent weeks, so I understand why, you throw it a little bit more. 7 touchdowns, no interceptions in the past 2 games. Right up there with Lamar Jackson since week 8 as far as quarterback rating, leading the league. So I get that part of it. I think it's going to be more difficult to throw the ball in Green Bay. So hopefully just find the right balance where you keep them honest in both aspects of their defense.
Yeah, let's hope so. I'm with you. Obviously, you got to run the ball. Although the Mostert thing, I am worried a little bit because it is cold and maybe it might be snowing and those kind of situations. You really need to have a control of the football. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just hoping that if Mostert does play, none of that shows up. But I love your idea with Jalen Wright. He's the guy that brings a little bit of a hammer. So let's go, dude. Unleash the Kraken. And this is kind of maybe the game where you might give him a few more carries than you normally would, because maybe you can get him in a positive pounding rhythm.
Yeah, I like it. And random thought that just popped into my head. Raheem Mostert, he had that big 4-touchdown NFC Championship game. It was against the Green Bay Packers in 2019 to get to the Super Bowl for the 49ers that was played in Miami against the Chiefs. Granted, that was a home game. It wasn't like they were in the freezing cold. And the 49ers did go over there, Mike McDaniel's team at least, but I think Raheem Mostert was injured 2021 when they upset Green Bay going into some really frigid temperatures there. So, I mean, Mike McDaniel was on that staff, that 49ers team that did get that win to then get to the NFC Championship, lose to the Rams the year the Rams won the Super Bowl. So I guess some history there. And, of course, Mike McDaniel, he knows Matt LaFleur so well from a couple of his previous stops.
I'm with you there. All right, so what's the prediction? What's going to happen?
All right. What I have said in the Sun Sentinel this week is I have Dolphins 24, Packers 27. I have the Packers winning at home on a short week. It's tough. It's already tough enough as it is to travel on a short week. But in the cold, in the elements, until I see it, I got to see it first before I pick the Dolphins in these elements.
I know.
So
I get it, bro.
Yeah.
I get it.
So that's why
I started the game with this is what's been going on for 35 plus years, bro. This team never wins these games. They never win big games. They never really accomplish anything big anymore. They haven't done it for decades. It's not a Tua thing. It's the back end of Shula. It's Jimmy. It's Wanstead. It's Philbin. It's everybody, dude. It's Flo. It's McDaniel. It's been forever, this problem where you don't come up in big games and big moments. You don't make any more playoff deep runs anymore. You might appear at a playoff game. You rarely ever get to the second round. You never make deep runs anymore. It's been decades, bro. How old are you?
I am 34.
You weren't born the last time they made a deep run in the playoffs, right?
Yeah, I was very young. So, I mean, 92 AFC championship game.
Right. You were born what year?
90.
Oh, okay. So
I was born, but it's not like I have a memory of.
No, of course you don't. But think about that, dude. It's not it's a Dolphins thing. It's not just one player, one coach, one front office. It's the entire damn fish or mammal. It's the entire organization. And so you don't turn those narratives around just by winning tomorrow. But bro, that's where you start. And that's what I'm hoping that they can start to change that narrative, because if not, you'll never be able to get over that hump.
And the way the Dolphins as a franchise would have to do it is creating a home route to the Super Bowl. You don't want to be traveling to all these cold weather environments to have to. I mean, yeah, there's stories of some upstart teams having that magical run, but a lot of them, were more prone to be able to play in the cold weather. So it's a huge disadvantage in January when the playoffs are played if the Miami Dolphins down where in Miami have to go to all these frigid environments. So that's just not the route to take. So this year we already know they can't have that route. So it would have to be a road path to the Super Bowl, and then it just makes it so difficult. So that's why, it would be nice, but it's just you always keep that in the back of your head, like it's just so unlikely because of all those circumstances.
Follow him on Twitter at David Furones _ and catch his work there at the South Florida Sun Sentinel. Enjoy the game. Drive safely, my brother, and we will catch up tomorrow night.
Yes, sir.
Got it. Thank you, sir. There you go. David Furones, Welton Rayom, 954-966-4646. Call Jeff Welt and Daniel Rayom. These guys are flat-out bulldogs, okay? They are the left and right tackle you will need to protect you against those insurance companies. They love collecting the premium, but then when they got to pay you, it's like pulling teeth, bro. You feel like you're a dentist right now, fighting in the chair with somebody there to pay you the money that you deserve. Welton Rayom will get that money you deserve. So if you're dealing with an insurance company, bankruptcy, criminal defense, condo damage, whatever it is, property damage, homeowner claims, call the guys right now, 954-966-4646. Consultation is free.
This This has been another session of the Welton Rayom Miami Dolphins Report with David Furones. At Welton Rayom, they don't get paid unless you win. They handle complex personal injury claims caused by the fault of another in both state and federal courts. They handle auto, trucking, motorcycle slip and fall, and bicycle accidents. Call 954-966-4646. Welton Rayom can help.
All right. We are back. We are back, and we are back with the legend. That is Steve Calabro, of course. Hialeah Park. Don't forget your $100 no-regret first bet is there for you right now. All you got to do is go to the website at Hialeah Park, sign up. Don't use the same phone number or email that you use with the Hard Rock account if you have a Hard Rock account. And then that way you can get the free $100 no-regret first bet. This is from us to you. So there you go. Steve, how you feeling, baby? You feeling good?
Mercedes-Benz.
Oh, Mercedes-Benz.
Giveaway is this Saturday.
This Saturday.
Saturday, 1 a.m.
Saturday at 1 a.m.
gaming day, 1 a.m.
So come on out here. And remember, you have a better chance of winning it because not everybody shows up. So every time you play the slots downstairs, you get entries in to win the Mercedes.
Great high hands on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Great car giveaway on Saturday. Sports betting, it's all good. Listen, I do apologize for running in and out.
I know you're doing a hit and run, but you're dropping gold.
Turkey Day special.
Turkey Day special. From
listen, the Jersey guy. The Jersey guy. He is a little bit of a Jersey wise guy on this pick. You're not gonna like it.
Okay.
It's just a pick.
Okay.
Turkey. He has the Cowboys over the Giants -3.5.
Over Tommy
Cutlets DeVito. I don't like that one at all.
Oh,
I don't like that one
he
at
went
all.
against Tommy Cutlets?
I don't like that. I'm a Tommy Cutlets fan, although there's about 8 of us, and 2 of them are his mother and father. But anyhow, so that's the one pick. The next pick you're going to absolutely hate.
Why am I going to hate it?
Okay, Packers over the Dolphins.
Oh, I don't blame him.
From a betting standpoint, -3.
-3.5 I have right now.
Okay, when he did it, it was -3, but -3.5.
Listen, we've been talking about this. You can't trust the Dolphins in these situations until they start actually doing it.
Remember, the Jersey guy's not a Dolphin. He's not from Miami. He's not a Dolphin fan. He's
picking
a
with
betting
his pocket.
guy. He's a betting guy.
No, you don't have to apologize, man. I not a lot of people are picking the Dolphins to win this game.
Yeah, I know. I'm hoping for the best.
The blind ass fan thinks they're going to win all of their games. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like I had a guy today on Twitter goes, "Well, I'm not living in the past." I go, "What do you mean the past, bro? They just lost twice to the Bills.
Yeah,
and they lost to the Colts.
They lost
to the
Tennessee
Hawks.
Titans.
And they lost to the Titans. And they lost 4 games they shouldn't have lost, plus the 2 to the Bills. And they should have won 1 of the 2 against the Bills. So what passed? It's the present, dude.
I know the Titans have been like a horrible memory in my mind, but the Titans had their backup quarterback in.
No, it's terrible.
Okay, so anyway.
No, but Mr. Mayonnaise kills us when he plays.
Well, I know. Thank God he wasn't in, I guess.
And those commercials. Jesus Christ.
Ooh, I'm not a mayonnaise guy either.
Yeah, and I hate mayonnaise
I don't
too,
like
on
mayonnaise.
top of all of that.
I don't like mayonnaise.
Do I have to deal with mayonnaise commercials? Come on. It's just like that woman that keeps with the one from American Pie, that she's in that insurance commercial or whatever the hell it is. Oh, Jesus, it's annoying. Loud blonde, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Anyhow, regular picks, the regular 3 picks.
Discover credit card. That's it.
Titans over the Commanders.
Damn, he's got some balls.
Yeah, but you know what happened to the Commanders? Commanders are in trouble.
-5.5 Commanders.
Yeah, I know.
Who's out?
Both running backs.
Oh,
both running backs.
Okay,
both running backs. Number 1 and number 2.
So he's taking Titans +5.5.
He's taking mayonnaise, man.
On the road.
You can't segue that any better.
I hate to say it, but they've actually played half decent lately. He's actually played half decent.
I don't like the pick.
Actually, Mayonnaise Man has played half decent lately.
I don't like the
it.
Pick.
It wasn't one of those things. I know that he only used to play well against the Dolphins, but he's actually, if you pull up his stats, he's not that bad lately. He's actually done a decent job. Yeah, exactly.
No, but the Commanders had really 2 serious injuries.
Yeah.
Like, it kind of ruined the season injuries.
All right, plus 5.5. Okay. By the way, True Fin fan says, tell Steve I'm not taking him to Bimini.
I didn't say
anymore.
I was betting. This was the Jersey guy. I wanted. I don't want to lose my invite to Bimini. I don't want to lose my invite to Bimini. This is not
Bimini
me.
for you.
I'm merely the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. Who was that? Who was that saying?
True Fin fan.
True Fin fan. Don't shoot the messenger.
You met him last week here.
He's gonna trip me on the way out here.
Yep, that's it.
No, I'm merely the messenger. That's all I am. The Denver over the Browns.
He is a suffering season ticket holder, by the way.
Yes, I am a season ticket. 4 ticket. I have 2 sets of 2.
Yeah.
It's even worse.
Yeah.
So Denver over the Browns.
Well, I like that one.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah, the Browns are hurt. By the way, somebody put the Browns for True Fin fan also put Darnold to the Browns. That makes a lot of sense.
They need a quarterback.
Because I think that what they did today is that Daniel Jones will be their starter next year. That team's 9-2. You're going to hand it off to a rookie next year?
Yeah.
No, you don't do that. And that guy, Kevin O'Connell, has been a QB guru.
Let me ask you a question.
Every quarterback that's played there played well.
Okay.
So Sam Darnold's going to now work. He's worked his way to get a big-ass contract at the end of the year. They can't give him that big contract. They're going to get Daniel Jones on the cheap. They resurrect his career. They keep developing McCarthy. And so
but since when? Think about what just happened. I just want to.
And by the way, I don't believe in any of those 3 quarterbacks.
I don't either, right? But
I'm not a fan of JJ McCarthy.
Since when does this happen? You're the quarterback. You're an employee. Quarterback. You stink and you get fired.
Right.
And then you get a little picky. I only want to go to a contender.
Right.
Like, when does that happen? Like, the bad employee gets fired, and he's a little choosy as I need it. Now, it all happened.
Well,
happened.
Okay, I'm not a Daniel Jones guy.
God bless him.
I don't believe in Daniel Jones. I don't believe in Sam Darnold. But I will say this: the Giants are a bad employer.
They're horrible.
So it's hard for the employee to have success in that environment.
Yeah.
So,
the Saquon
again,
thing.
I am not a Daniel Jones guy at all. But I would not be surprised if Kevin O'Connell makes him a serviceable quarterback, dude.
Yeah, serviceable, yeah. And
I'm not great or anything.
Serviceable.
Dude, Sam Darnold is a turnover waiting to happen, and somehow or another, he's not turning it over all the time.
You know what I think? I'm going to say something, and this is a run in and out. I got one more pick. So it must be not the organization, it's the city. Because Darnold and Geno Smith are from the Jets,
and they're both playing well.
And where they play?
Well, Seattle's got a much better football environment.
They play in Jersey. You know, did I tell you I'm from Jersey?
Oh,
yeah, so,
really?
Yeah. So they play in Jersey. It's the swamp. I should have told you earlier. So
so it's the dirty swamp.
It's the dirty.
Because the Seattle's kind of swampy too, but it's clean
muggy.
swamp.
That's muggy, swampy.
I don't know, but it's some good swamp.
This is polluted swamp. This is polluted swamp. It's
chemical swamp.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Jimmy Hoffa's body is still like in perfect condition in the swamplands there with the chemicals.
But you think of it, the Vikings have a better football environment, and the Seahawks have a better football environment than the Jets.
Who has bad environments? Jets and Giants.
Giants, yeah.
And they live in the swamp.
Yeah, they live in the swamp.
No pun intended to DC. But
swamp,
anyhow,
swamp monsters.
No political pen.
No, it's the gangrene that's got them.
Yes. And the last one is Saints over the Rams. I don't know if I touched that game. -3. It's a tough game.
Where's it at?
I believe it's in.
It's in Saints.
Saints, yeah, Saints, New Orleans. It's New Orleans. So that's it. The turkey specials are the Packers and the Cowboys. I don't know. I'm not a true Fin fan. I'm sorry. That's not my bet. I will not be betting that. Although I want to share one last thing. The Dolphin organization did something really nice.
Okay.
I was at the
Did
game.
they win a game? A big game? I'm sorry.
This past week I bet
that would be something nice.
I was betting on this. I was betting on the nice sports app, which you always promote here, and then everybody should have. Yeah. So and I bet 2 things. I bet two odd bets that Drake May would have an interception, and he had one at the late in the game.
Okay.
I sweat that bet, and I bet that the Dolphins would score 28.5 points.
Wow.
When they had 14. when they had 14.
Oh, okay. All right.
And because it was early.
Yeah.
And I won both. Right, I won both, and that was great. That was super. But at the game, a friend of mine, my buddy from Jersey, Tony from Jersey,
Shocker.
Yeah, there's a guy named Tony from New Jersey, and he's Italian. Another shocker. But so he says to me, he goes, "Listen, a friend of mine has this husband and wife with 2 kids. The kid's his name is Landon, and his sister's name is Brielle, and Stephanie and her husband Mike. They're from New Jersey. She's a cancer survivor, breast cancer survivor. She had her treatments like a week before the game, but her son is like this crazy Dolphin fan. They're all Eagle fans because they live in New Jersey near Philadelphia, right?
So he's the contrarian.
He's a crazy Dolphin fan, and so we were able to get tickets for that. My tickets and my 2 other tickets and Tony's tickets. And the family came down. They've been planning this for 2 months, and it was like a great event. I mean, it's unbelievable. She got a kidney stone the night before. She rushed out of the hospital. They flew on the plane. It was like a story, right? And it was all fantastic. And then the game's like 1 minute into the game, and this woman comes from the Dolphin organization, and sitting about 10 seats over is a kid that it's his first Dolphin game, and they give a little plaque and a little badge,
Right.
And so I said to her, those 2 kids are first time. 5 minutes later, they had little badges, little plaques. First time. It was very cool by the organization. That woman, whoever she is,
that's it.
She gets an attaboy. I forgot her name.
And now those kids will suffer for the rest of their lives.
No,
like the rest of us.
The son, right? Wait. So now they hang out. They get to the game at like 9:00. They hang out after the game. And they go over to I'm in the end zone. They were sitting in the end zone. They go over to the 50-yard line, and there's some friends and family waiting for players. And the organization gets them confused and lets them in, right?
Ooh,
But
nice.
no players came out, but then this other person from the Dolphin organization comes over. Oh, I'm sorry that no players are coming out to say hello, but they gave Landon, the 13 or 12-year-old kid that loves the Dolphins, a signed football with Coho's autograph. Number 4, Cater Coho.
Nice.
So the kid gets to get the nice plaque that is his first game. He gets an autograph football.
It's awesome.
The mother and father are great parents. They get to, have a great creative moment.
That's the peak of his Dolphin fandom.
That's the peak. It all goes downhill from there.
It's all downhill for that kid from there on out.
At any rate.
From there on out, he'll be spending money for the rest of his life, and he's going to say, damn, this exchange didn't work out, bro.
It was a heartfelt story. The 2 parents did the right thing. They created a family memory. You know what I mean? And now, unfortunately, he might be like.
But I can identify with that kid as a contrarian because my dad grew up he was a big Yankees fan, and so he was always Yankees. And then in my neighborhood, living in South Florida, we had no team, so they were either Orioles fans because the Orioles were always here.
Training, yeah.
Yankees because they were in Fort Lauderdale, and it's a Cuban thing. Cubans love the Yankees.
Yes,
Cubans
a lot of Latinos,
but in the island, they just come from it. It's just that thing, and I think also because of the Americans that went over back in the day when Cuba was actually a fun place to go. I think that New York influence left it in there. You know what I'm saying? But it's just one of those things. And it was the Dodgers, it was the Red Sox, the Orioles, and the Yankees. And I looked at everybody and said, screw all of you. I'm becoming a Phillies fan.
Phillies.
And so, I was a Phillies.
So
I was a Phillies, a Sixers, and a Flyers fan.
Oh, look, the Flyers were as good as they get.
Yeah. No, I had Mike Schmidt.
Phillies had some great.
It was the 70s and the early 80s.
Steve Carlton,
yeah,
lefty.
Dude,
Lefty was a real deal.
Yeah, Boone. We had all kinds of stuff. Manny Trujillo. We had
good teams.
Yeah, we had really good teams.
I got to
run.
Right, go. Be good. Happy
Appreciate
Thanksgiving, as we say in
Happy
Hialeah.
Thanksgiving, sir.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving. That's what I said. Yes. I started off the show like that. Yeah. That's your Spanish. Thanksgiving. There you go. All right. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't. We leave out the T in Hialeah. There's no Hialeah. There's no T in Hialeah. It's Thanksgiving. Okay, it's the way we do things here. When you're playing in New York, there's more pressure and attention to win compared to Minnesota to New York. Okay, whatever you say, bro. Last time I checked, the Giants are a disaster. Did you watch the off-season? What is it? HBO Hard Knocks, whatever it was, bro. That was it. That was an embarrassment. Did you watch it?
No, I didn't watch it. But my question to this is,
you no. Wait a minute.
Go ahead.
If you did not watch it, and if you did not watch it, I suggest you go back to watch it. You want to know why the Giants are where they're at right now? You need to watch that, because I don't know what team in the NFL will do that shit again. That special made them look like they had their heads up their asses. You guys got to watch this. That was like one of the biggest farces out there. So the Jets, and listen, again, I'm not a fan of either of those quarterbacks. I wasn't a fan of Geno Smith when he came out from school. Okay? I'm not a fan of Sam Darnold. I'm not a fan of JJ, what is it, Walker? JJ, whatever the hell the Minnesota draft pick, McCarthy. I'm not a fan of any of these guys. I'm just trying to tell you what I think they're doing. That's it. What do you got?
You can have all the pressure you want because it's New York, but you're still not winning.
Yeah, you're not winning.
I mean,
and the team's still a disaster. And
the
you know
pressure
why?
Isn't doing anything. It's not making a diamond.
Yeah, and by the way, Ray, what does it have to do when you go back to hire Mike Tannenbaum and Rick Spielman? I mean, seriously, dude. Like, is that how you're supposed to straighten out your franchise? Come on, man. It's a lot more than just those guys. I'm not a fan of those quarterbacks, but they're probably. Put it this way, Geno Smith's not that good, right? But shit, he's playing way better in Seattle than I ever thought he would, and he never played like that in New York. You know, that's kind of an indictment on them. Sam Darnold, I wasn't a fan of his coming out of USC because he would turn over the ball so damn much. Never been a fan of the guy, but I got to give him credit. He's played pretty damn good for the Vikings, and he never played like that for the Jets. I mean, the environment's the environment. It's not the city. You know, what playing for the city, what does that have to do with the fifth inning with the Yankees? You know, either you're Mr. October or you're choking in the fifth inning like you are with the Yankees. You know, that all that city talk, yeah, it is. It is pressure, but at that moment, you're there, bro. That has nothing to do with the city. The fifth inning had nothing to do with that. The disaster that the Jets has nothing to do with the city. Has everything to do with that you're a bad organization. That's it. And your players don't have a chance to actually succeed because you're a bad place. Andrew Watson, thank you, sir, for the Venmo. Very, very kind of you, sir. He says, Big O, Toxic Fart has the best screen name of your listeners. Please refer to me as Cut the Cheese, as that's what we got to do tomorrow in Cheeseland. We got a chance tomorrow if we play like we did versus Buffalo a few weeks ago. Run the ball. Amen. Amen. No one can argue with that, my brother. You only make sense. You know? That's what is going on. And Bitcoin at 96,496, trying to make it to 97. Let's see what else. All right. What else? Doug Williams. Sosa. Joe Flacco is a mediocre backup with the Jets. He goes to a different team and city and wins comeback player of the year. Environment plays into a QB success. Yeah. That's why, true Fin fan, the call for Cleveland is pretty good because they can run the ball and play some defense. Sam Darnold can go there and actually have success with that team if he's any good. And that coach has done a decent job there. So yeah, that makes sense. That's what I would do. If I'm him, I gotta find a place that's going to support me. Not go in there and say, oh, you're the savior, because he's not. He's not any kind of savior. You know what I mean? He needs to be supported, and he needs to have great coaching around him. Let's see. Sportstradamus knows all, even more than Google's Rosendo. There you go. He's right about that. When the Sportstradamus speaks, it just happens that way. Big O, do you know when was the last game the Dolphins won in weather under freezing temperatures? Oh, Jesus Christ. Was it a Buffalo game, I think? Like back in, I want to say late 90s, I want to say. Yeah, please jump in.
All right. So there's kind of two answers here. Buffalo was in temperature at 40 or lower. It was a 34-31 overtime triumph on Christmas Eve 2016.
Yeah.
But the last time they've won when it was 23 degrees or colder, 2008, the Dolphins won at Kansas City 38-31 when it was 10 degrees.
There you go. All right.
So technically freezing is under 32, so that would be then 2008.
Okay. There you go. You got your answer. Okay. We don't do it a lot, bro. We just don't do it a lot. We haven't been a really good franchise for 35 years. We haven't been a team that has balance and defense and running and offense. We've always been imbalance. All Marino, all Jason Taylor, Zach Thomas, it just like it's only Ricky, no passing. It's always like that, dude. And it's been frustrating for us. But this is the life we live. Let's see. Big O, while you were in Hialeah and you want to take your wife to a romantic French place that makes good cheese, try La Fresa Francesca. All right? La Fresca or Fresa. Let me write it down. Okay. All right. Italian restaurant, huh? I was really disappointed that I couldn't go to Lario's in Indy because they were closed on that Sunday. That place is so good, they get to close on Sundays. You got your shit together when you can close on a Sunday, bro. Oh, yes, Sunday, Monday. They only open 5 days a week. That when you open, that place must be packed from beginning to end for 5 days. I mean, whenever I go, it's always been full, and it's always fantastic. If you guys ever go to Indianapolis, there's a place called Lario's. It's literally 5 minutes outside the downtown area. It's a really short Uber ride, and I swear by that food. Swear by it. And it's run by a real Italian family. But it is phenomenal, dude. Phenomenal. Let's see. It's in Hialeah, and it's Cuban-French restaurant. Okay. All right. You never know where you find good restaurants. Let's get to our 3A Graphics sports calendar and the great Alan Blanco. The Bucks last night took care of the Heat 106-103. Miami drops to 7-8. They're 3-4 at home. Damian Lillard with 37 points. No Giannis, no problem. The Heat tonight are in Charlotte 7 o'clock is the tip. Charlotte. Heat, by the way, favored by 3.5. The over and unders 218. Charlotte plus 140 on the money line. Heat minus 166 against the sorry Hornets. Tonight on the ice, Toronto visits the Panthers at Amerant Bank Arena, and the face-off will be at 7:30. Daniel Jones has signed with the Vikings. He's on their practice squad. That is your 3A Graphics sports calendar. Call Alan Blanco and the great people at 3A Graphics, 786-618-1443 for custom printing and embroidery. And please tell them that Big O sent you. Heat. It's just not a good team, dude. It's a work in progress for Eric Spoelstra. It's a team that there are no stars. Jimmy Butler last night, he shot 12 shots, dude. 12 shots. Tyler Hero sucked for most of the game, came on late, and then had a shot at winning the game and nothing. And this is why I tell you with Tyler Hero, if he can stay healthy. Now, he's not playing as well as he was earlier. He's not nearly his shooting lately has been, what would I call it? It is not efficient, inefficient. Okay? He's shooting way too much for the amount of points that he is scoring. And that's why I tell you, if somehow or another Tyler can stay healthy into January and late January, and if you could get him on a roll where he's playing really well, trade his ass. If somebody's stupid enough to give you something for him, if you're able to get a first rounder from somebody or whatever, then do it, man. I'm just saying. That's all. As I watched, I just watched that team, and the problem is you have no stars. Jimmy Butler last night, 23 points on 6 of 12 shooting. 4 rebounds, 5 assists. That's not a star, dude. Bam Adebayo, 16 points, 6 of 9 shooting, passive Bam. Like always, passive Bam. He had that one game that he exploded, and people thought, oh, he turned the corner. And it's like, you people are stupid or something. It's like, what? You fall for the banana in the tailpipe every single time? The guy's been here for 7 years. You don't change you are who you are. He's fantastic at what he does, but stop wanting him to be a star. He is a role player, a super role player. And that's what he is. And the problem is that the front office has not been able to find a star, deal for a star, draft a star, develop a star. And they've got one guy that manufactured his way to being a star, but his body's breaking down so badly, there's no way he can be a star every night because he can't push his body to do it every night. Watch the games. Does it look like Jimmy Butler is pushing himself? Please. He's coasting. And by the way, he's also creating no trade value for himself. He's missing games. He's not playing great. He's not playing like a star. Nobody's going to trade for him. And that extra year or two that he wants on a deal, he'll never get it because the Heat's not going to give it to him. And no one else is going to give it to him at this point. Maybe he thinks he has to turn it on in January for like a month leading into the trading deadline. And then that's what will get him traded or paid or whatever. I don't know what he's doing. But I'm watching the Heat, and I'm watching a team that's just not good, man. It's just not good. That's all. What can I tell you? I can only tell you about R&M Contractors and Custom Drywall. Ray and Mike, fantastic people. 305-345-3649. Complete remodel, full-blown kitchen upgrades, waterproofing, terrace, balcony, and a flood test report for your home. That is a impressive thing. And when you can have that flood test report and everything, and by the way, have it drained properly, because that's another problem that people have with condos all over South Florida. And I know condo owners have enough issues. So call Ray or Mike right now. They'll take care of you. 305-345-3649 for R&M contractors and custom drywall. You'll love them. Great people, man. Fantastic people. All right, what else do we have going on? Also, InterMiami signs Luis Suarez. So I was thinking about what were you saying?
Did they sign him or did he pick up his option?
No, they signed him. He was on a 1-year deal.
Oh, was okay.
So apparently they signed him.
At
least that's what I read with Michelle Kaufman. They signed him through next year. And then they're about to also, reports are that they're going to extend Messi for the 2026 season. So, because he's already signed through 2025. So they need him for that stadium. Exactly. They got to milk it now that they lost this opportunity for the postseason, you know. But I was thinking about this, guys. After they signed Luis Suarez, I'm sorry. I don't think Messi has enough to win in the MLS. I think they need to bring in Mbappe, maybe Harry Kane, maybe Mohamed Salah. Okay. I don't know. Phil Foden. Declan Rice. I think if we could bring a couple of guys like that, Bernard Silva, there's a couple of guys that we can bring in, at least another 4 or 5 stars. And then maybe Messi has enough to win the title here in the MLS. Barcelona and those simple leagues. Yeah, I get it. But, he's got several stars here. And so I'm thinking, Harry Kane and Mbappe, Salah, they would look good in a InterMiami uniform. It would take the pressure off Messi. It would really give a chance for InterMiami to, win it all. Why not? Little Phil Foden action. It helps, dude. Little Henry Kane. Come on. I don't think Messi has enough help. It's funny because the whiners of Tua, does Tua need a perfect team to win and this, that, and people try, he needs an offensive line, needs a running game, you need to start to run the ball, you need to do these elements that you need for winning. And meanwhile, Messi has anything and everything he could possibly need to win in this league, and he can't get out of the first round. So I'm thinking Mbappe might get him out of the first round. Now, you'll need Henry Kane, you'll need Salah and those others to move a little deeper.
Couldn't you have like a guest teammate every game?
Every week, yes.
Every week you just bring in somebody new.
That's it. Declan Rice just comes in for the week to
just
join
for that
them.
week. Boom.
I like it.
Boom.
I like it. Lautaro Martinez steps in the following
bring
week.
Them all.
I like it. Bernardo Silva the following week. I'm all in.
If worst comes to worst, at least you're going to have a crowd.
Yeah, no, of course. Williams Saliba is coming.
And only
in.
home games, by the way, too. Only games at Chase Stadium.
Bring my boy from Arsenal, Saliba. Bring him in.
Only at Chase Stadium, though. We're not bringing him on the road. Guest teammates do not go on the road.
That's it. I think we figured it out. I don't think Messi has enough superstars on the team in order to win in the MLS. So Sean's got it. We add a couple of guys and then a guest star on top of it. We alter the rules. Okay. Everybody else, they can only get 3 international players. We can get 10.
Yes.
Okay.
It's the Jorge Mas rules.
Right. The Jorge Mas rules. We want Mas.
Yes.
Not less. We want Mas. Give us Mas, not less. And so there you go.
Can I ask you a serious question, though? About
I wasn't serious?
Well, no, but I mean.
I want Henry Kane here.
Well, no, but with you when we talked in Miami this year, we were talking about how the depth and the younger
I
guys
know.
that are sitting there. How long does Leo Campana just say, okay, I'm happy just sitting here before he goes to another team and like,
this season.
You think he'll stay through the whole season?
Yeah, this season. And
Yeah.
then that's it. And after that, he's got to start complaining like, yo, bro, I need playing time.
Yeah, because you got some young guys that are just sitting there, man.
I know.
To me, that's
now they're
like-
making money.
No, I get
So,
that. And
you know,
and the chance for a ring is there. But when you watched the way everything unfolded, it's like, is the ring really there? Is the championship really there?
I don't know. I don't think Messi has enough. I don't, bro. I don't. I think we need more stars here. More stars. Big O, Anthony Stolars has been. You know, I'm still doing the show, right? The phone's ringing and it says Steve Calabro on it. I'm like, Steve knows that I'm still doing the show, and I think he dialed me wrong. He goes, "Oh, I'm sorry. I was supposed to dial somebody else." Oh, too funny, man. Anyway, let's see what else. Try not to scarf too much turkey and stuffing. Lots of those Argentine teams were loaded around Messi for him to win. Well, apparently they don't have enough talent here in the MLS to win. You know, the MLS is such a shitty league. It's such an easy league to win. Isn't that what they always say? How many stars come here and struggle and like really don't end up winning like they're supposed to win? And it becomes a little bit harder than what they think it is.
It's a little more physical, right?
Yeah, it's much more physical.
Compared to what they.
Yes.
Because you always see like guys like especially like Suarez this year and Messi too. Whenever they get, it's kind of like, wait, you didn't call that? What are we doing here?
It happens all the time. Stars come here and sometimes they don't play nearly as well. He did. He played great. But then at this moment when you needed him and then you needed everybody else to shine, they didn't shine. They didn't come through. So, and I know how great they are. Don't get me wrong. I know Messi's the best ever, but I only care about what you've done for me, my man. And, it's not like it's if you're going to some of you are going to treat Tua like, does he need this much talent or whatever to win? Like, no, yeah, you do need talent in order to win. Like Joe Montana was loaded. You think he won all by himself? No, dude, his team was loaded. You think Terry Bradshaw won 4 championships by himself? No. They were loaded. You think Peyton Manning carried the Broncos? No, Peyton Manning was dog shit. His team carried him. You think Mahomes is one of the greatest we've ever seen. Defense carried his ass last year. He did just enough on his end to win, but if it wasn't for that defense, they didn't have an offense that could have carried them last year. They still don't have an offense that can carry them. Okay? They still are based on that defense to go out there and dominate. It's a team game. That's why. So it's different, man. And that's why when Messi has what he has more than enough to win there. But yet we don't treat him the same like some of you treat Tua. It's the weirdest thing. It's a double standard. So, Tristan, we're doing great, my brother. Bitcoin about to bust 100 in the next couple days here. It's gonna be a nice. Turkey day, turkey weekend. 96,552. Love it. Love it. Ethereum, by the way, is up 9%. It's up to over 3,600. Told you guys it was going to go over 4,000 here, and it'll go to 10 in this bull run. But what do I know? I don't know anything. I am not a financial advisor. And by the way, Jasmine Coin is tearing. It's up 11%, which is a beautiful thing. Love it. Loving it. All right. All right, Sean Stanley. We're going to wrap it up. We thank, of course, David Furones. We thank, of course, the man, the myth, the legend that is Steve Calabro. We thank Mr. Brunetti for supporting us as he always does. We'll be back tomorrow night. We'll get you right. Well, I'll probably do a Crypto Bro show before. I'll probably do one tomorrow sometime in the morning to kind of recap everything going on in the crypto world. But outside of that, I'll be back tomorrow with Sean around 6:15 to get you ready for the pregame show. Dolphins and Green Bay Packers. And we hope that we have a really positive post-game show and the Dolphins win. It would be so sweet to have them win against the Green Bay Packers. Appreciate all of you out there. Happy Thanksgiving. Be safe. Enjoy the turkey. Enjoy the family. Enjoy the football. Bless you all. Love you.
This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.